Hey YouTube, you're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I've got the F100 Ghost Drone from Force One. We're going to check it out, so stay tuned. So I want to start off by saying the F100 Ghost Drone is basically a Bugs 3. And so if you're a Bugs 3 fan, you might want to check this out. It does cost a bit more, but there is a reason that it costs a bit more, that's what I'm going to go through here on this video. So the F100 Ghost Drone comes from Force One. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below, and they did provide me with this for review. So here it is, and as you can see, it is very much a Bugs 3 looking drone. It's got the same light, the same form factor. It's basically the same drone with the brushless motors and all the features. But where Force One takes it an extra step is they include a couple of extra things. Number one, they include 3 different skins that you can put onto it. So what you can do is actually pop this top off right here, and there's the circuits, and there's 2 other skins. There's a white one, which gives it that ghost look, and there is a light blue one, which just kind of makes it look sporty. And it's pretty nice because they just pop right onto the top like this, and they have little latches here, and so you can trade them out and have a different look, or if one of them gets scuffed up, you can replace it with a different one. So that's one thing that is a little different than a regular Bugs 3. Second thing is, I'm going to go ahead and put the white one on since it is called the Ghost. This is a brushless drone with brushless motors, and it does have independent ESCs. As a matter of fact, I'll show you real quick the ESCs in here. Here they are. There's 4 of them, 1 for each motor, and that's what gives you better performance with brushless drone. You've got a very bright LED here in the front, and it does take a 2S battery that slips right in here in the back. So I'm going to put the lid back on. And so that's number 1 difference, is the skins. Number 2 is Force One includes not 1, but 2 batteries. Most Bugs 3s, if you order them, come with 1 battery, and you have to order a second one if you want to be able to fly more than 1. These are standard 2S batteries, and they're 1800 milliamp hours. So a pretty decent amount of juice in these things, and they're pretty good size. They slip right here in the back. They have an XT30 connector in the back, which is nice because that's a standard hobby connector. And as long as you had a battery that would fit back here that was a 2S with an XT30 connector, you'd be good to go. But the nice thing about the way this is designed, it's the same thing on the Bugs 3, it's a very tight fit, so you can slide it in there, and it does pretty well, and it's out of the way, it's down at the bottom, and there you go. Now that's number 2, is comes with 2 batteries instead of 1. And then the third differentiator of this particular kit, the F100 Ghost, is that it comes with a action camera. So it's a little HD GoPro knockoff camera. This one shoots 1080p, and I actually haven't shot anything with it yet, so that's what I'm going to do today. Is I'm going to fly this thing, shoot with their action camera, and see how the footage looks. So that's what you're getting for the price difference, is you're getting the skins, the extra battery, and the action camera. Now, one other thing I'm going to mention that I really like is the fact that the remote control is labeled. Now, I've seen some other remote controls that are not labeled, and I've seen some that are. But why I like that is you can tell which one is for your photo, which one's for your video, which one's for your flips, and which one starts and stops the motors, and which ones changes rates. So there's rates, start and stop motors, flips, and then photo right there. That's nice because a lot of these things aren't labeled, and you don't have any idea what the different buttons do on the top, and you have to kind of figure it out. This quad does not include any sort of an app, which actually I'm a fan of. I think too many quads these days have an app that does too many things and doesn't do it very well. So you're not going to get first-person view. It's all line of sight flying with this quad. But it is a very capable flyer, and in high and low rate, you can kind of get the hang of it, and you'll definitely want to fly it in high rate if you're going to be in some wind. It's also a very good flipper if it's anything like its cousin, the Bugs 3. So let's go ahead and put the legs on it. Currently I have the props already on. It comes with 2 sets of propellers. It does come with a battery charger for the wall, and it does come with this mount, which is where you put the actual action camera. But you can't put the mount on really until you have the landing gear on. So I'm going to go and put the landing gear on, and then we'll put the camera on and take it for a flight. Okay, so it didn't take too long. There's 2 little screws that goes into each of the landing legs, and there's a little cutout for them. One thing I do wish they would do is make these slide on and off. There are SEMA drones that have legs like this that slide on and off, but it didn't take too long to do the screws. So I'm done with that. Now the actual camera mount slides in like this. It is really easy. It's a slide in, and then there's a little piece right here that you turn around, and that's good to go. And then the camera itself slides in right here, and this little guy just latches on it, and it's a little bit tricky to get it latched. You have to kind of, now it's latched. So the camera's in the mount, and the legs are on. Now this camera does have an LCD screen, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the Force One logo there that comes up when you turn it on. And I'm not sure if this is a touchscreen or not. Let me see. Doesn't seem to be, and I wouldn't expect it to be for the price. So let me see how I'm going to be able to, well, I guess you just start recording at the top. It says 1080p, said it's got 17 minutes. I've got a 4 gig card in there. 17 minutes of recording, and the exposure is at 0 right now, which I guess is right in the middle. I don't know if there are, let me see here, I'm going to switch mode. Alright, there's photo. Let me go ahead and take a photo of Tate with this. Actually, it's bad because it's backlit. I'll take a photo of me. Alright.
A real drophy.
A droney.
Droney.
There's one more photo of me. Just we'll see what that looks like. And then we'll switch modes again. Keep in mind that there is no connection really between the camera and the drone. The camera is just hanging there. It's got its own battery, its own power supply. It's just a passenger on this ride. So I've already got 4 AA batteries in the remote. And again, one thing we mentioned in the live broadcast about this thing, there's no screw in the back of the remote, which we love because you don't have to, you don't have to mess with it. So it looks like we're all ready to go. I've got the white skin on. I'm not going to use the prop guards. This thing does also come with a USB cable, which is to charge the actual camera. And it comes with this little prop tool, which you use to hold the props as you're taking the propellers on and off. You've seen that before. So I'm going to go ahead and start the action camera, and we'll take it for a flight. So let me go ahead and see if I can trim it and get it level here.
Did you remember to start the camera?
Yes, camera should be rolling. Alright, now we're getting there. Alright, now it feels like it's pretty good. So that's high rate.
It is pretty windy today.
And there's low rate. It's a little less aggressive. And let's spin it around. Bring it back over towards us. See if I can get a nice level shot here. And now we're going to try the old flipperoo with the camera on. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Yep. Just like the Bugs 3, this thing is a beast at flipping. Whatever they've done in the software to make it flip does a really good job. Boom. Okay, so I just had a little bit of a crash, ran into that post over there. Looking at the drone, everything looks okay. Seems like it survived that crash. So I'm going to fly it just a little bit more with the camera and see if I can get some more recording. Alright, here we go. Now that's me not touching the stick at all. It seems to be going back and right just a little bit, so I'm going to see if I can make it go left and forward and just get it in one place. Fly over the guinea pig, see what he's up to.
I'm scared.
You might think it's a hawk. Fly over here, fly over to the owl. Hello, Mr. Owl. Last thing I want to do is do a flight test time. So, as I said, it's got 2 batteries. This is the battery I've been flying with, which I just unplugged. This is a fresh battery that is fully charged and has not been used at all. So we're going to just put it up in the air and see how long it will hover with the camera attached to it. So it's got a little extra weight, camera and landing gear. Now, one thing I do know about this drone that that I think is cool is if you take the landing gear and the camera off this thing, it's a beast. With the brushless motors and it's lightweight, it can really go. So if you want to fly in kind of a sporty mode, line of sight, no camera and no landing gear is the way to go. But right now we're going to put a timer on this and see how long it will fly with the camera and the landing gear, what the total runtime would be. So let me go ahead and get my timer ready. Okay, so the timer is at 0, and I'm going to go ahead and spin up the motors and hit start. So the timer's running, and up we go. And we're just going to hover it and see how long it'll hover for.
Okay, 5.5 minutes. 5.5 minutes in the air, and it's pretty windy out today. Okay, coming up on 7 minutes in the air. 7 minutes. Okay, just crossed the 10-minute mark. 10 minutes in the air. Kind of fighting a little wind, but 10 minutes and 20 seconds at this point. Okay, we are at 13 minutes and 15 seconds, and I just started getting this beeping sound, which is telling me it's time to land. I'm gonna see if I can go a little while longer if it's gonna land on its own. 13:30. Okay, it's out of juice, and stop. So, I don't know if you can see that. It is 13 minutes and 37 seconds.
So overall, I'm a big fan of the F100 Ghost. As I said at the beginning, this is basically a Bugs 3. And so if you want to go the cheap route and don't want to spend a lot of money on it, you can buy just a plain old Bugs 3 with no camera or anything and use your own camera. But if you want one that comes with extra skins, comes with an extra battery, and of course comes with a camera, then the Force One F100 Ghost may be the way to go. I'll put a link in the description where you can buy it on Amazon. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give me a like, and if you want to see more videos about drones, including more brushless, brushed, and FPV racers, please subscribe to Ready Set Drone, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.